The ongoing legal troubles surrounding Sean Diddy Combs have brought to light a tangled web of relationships, allegations, and long-buried secrets that stretch back decades. As the music mogul faces mounting accusations tied to sexual assault, trafficking, and organized criminal behavior, the spotlight has turned not only on Diddy himself, but also on those closest to him, including his longtime associates, business partners, and even the friends of his alleged victims. One name that has repeatedly surfaced in connection with these scandals is Ray J, the singer-turned-reality star, whose ties to both Diddy and Cassie, one of the most prominent accusers in the case, have raised eyebrows across the entertainment world. What many don't realize is that Ray J isn't just another celebrity linked to Diddy through industry connections or mutual acquaintances. His relationship with Cassie, in particular, has become a focal point for speculation, especially as details about her personal life and inner circle begin to emerge. The revelation that Cassie and Ray J were once extremely close, described by some as best friends, adds a new layer of complexity to an already explosive narrative. And while there is no direct evidence linking Ray J to the alleged crimes committed by Diddy, his proximity to both the victim and the accused makes his role in this unfolding drama impossible to ignore. From party scenes to legal battles, to understand how Ray J became part of this story, we must first revisit the infamous Freakoffs, secretive, drug-fueled gatherings hosted by Diddy that allegedly involved coercion, manipulation, and exploitation. These parties, often attended by young models, aspiring entertainers, and industry insiders, have been described as controlled environments where attendees were given intoxicating substances without consent, leaving them vulnerable to predatory behavior. While the full extent of what transpired at these events remains under investigation, multiple testimonies and sworn affidavits have painted a disturbing picture of systemic abuse orchestrated over years. Cassie, whose real name is Cassandra Ventura, filed a high-profile lawsuit against Diddy in 2023, accusing him of physical and emotional abuse during their time together in the mid-2000s. What made Cassie's testimony particularly significant was the inclusion of video footage she secretly recorded during one of these encounters, which reportedly captured Diddy speaking candidly about his behavior and intentions. It was around this time that whispers began circulating about Cassie's close friendship with Ray J. According to sources within their social circle, the two had developed a strong bond long before Cassie entered into a romantic relationship with Diddy. They shared mutual interests in fashion, music, and nightlife, often attending events together and supporting each other's careers. Some reports suggest that Ray J served as something of a protector figure for Cassie, offering guidance and support as she navigated the complexities of fame and the pitfalls of the entertainment industry. But if Ray J truly cared about Cassie, why didn't he intervene when things started going wrong? This question has fueled much of the online discourse surrounding his involvement. Critics argue that his silence speaks volumes, that someone with such a close relationship to the alleged victim should have known something was off. Others, however, caution against jumping to conclusions, pointing out that unless Ray J was present during the alleged incidents, he may not have been aware of the full extent of what was happening. Still, the fact remains that Ray J was not only connected to Cassie, but also had a long-standing professional relationship with Diddy. In the early 2000s, Ray J was signed to Atlantic Records, a label that operated under the broader Warner Music umbrella, a company that had deep ties to Diddy's Bad Boy Entertainment. Though they were never business partners per se, Ray J and Diddy frequently crossed paths at industry events, award shows, and recording sessions. There were even rumors at one point that Diddy had considered signing Ray J to Bad Boy, though nothing ever materialized from those talks. This intersection between Cassie, Ray J, and Diddy raises uncomfortable questions about accountability, complicity, and the blurred lines of loyalty in Hollywood. Did Ray J know more than he let on? Was he simply caught in the crossfire of a scandal far bigger than any one person? Or was he, like so many others, simply trying to survive in an industry built on power dynamics and unspoken rules? A friendship under scrutiny. The nature of Cassie and Ray J's friendship has come under intense scrutiny in recent months. Friends of Cassie have spoken anonymously about how protective Ray J was of her, describing him as someone who would often check in on her well-being and distance himself from people he felt were bad influences. At the same time, some claim that Ray J encouraged Cassie to pursue her modeling career and helped open doors for her in certain circles, suggesting that his influence extended beyond mere companionship. However, there are also conflicting accounts. Some insiders allege that Ray J and Cassie grew distant after she began dating Diddy, citing jealousy or concerns about her new partner's controlling tendencies. Others believe that Ray J remained supportive throughout their relationship, even stepping in behind the scenes when tensions flared between Cassie and Diddy. One particularly intriguing detail involves a now viral clip from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, in which Ray J cryptically references knowing things about Diddy that could bring him down. While the context of the comment was vague, fans immediately speculated whether it was related to the Freakoff allegations or something else entirely. To date, Ray J has not elaborated on what he meant, nor has he publicly commented on Cassie's lawsuit or the wider investigations involving Diddy. This silence has only added fuel to the fire. Conspiracy theorists and true crime enthusiasts alike have begun dissecting every word Ray J has said in interviews, searching for hidden meanings or potential admissions of knowledge. Meanwhile, legal analysts continue to pass through court documents, hoping to uncover any mention of Ray J in relation to the case. So far, no official statements have linked Ray J directly to the alleged misconduct, but in an era where perception often shapes reality, the mere association has been enough to draw attention. Whether justified or not, Ray J finds himself standing at the edge of a very dangerous storm, one that threatens to pull him in regardless of his actual involvement. The bigger picture. Beyond the specifics of Ray J's relationship with Cassie and Diddy, there's a larger conversation to be had about the culture of silence that has long plagued the entertainment industry. For years, figures like Diddy have been able to operate with impunity, shielded by wealth, influence, and a network of enablers who either benefited from the system or feared retribution for speaking out. It wasn't until survivors like Cassie came forward, armed with evidence, legal representation, and a growing movement of support, that the cracks in this carefully constructed facade finally began to show. In this environment, friendships take on new meaning, loyalty becomes a double-edged sword, and the line between bystander and accomplice grows increasingly difficult to define. People like Ray J, who straddle the space between victim and perpetrator, find themselves caught in a moral gray area, forced to navigate the consequences of proximity without necessarily bearing direct responsibility. Some might argue that Ray J owes the public a statement, an explanation, or even a defense of his actions. Others believe that unless he is named in court records or called to testify, he has no obligation to speak at all, and as more information comes to light, the likelihood of Ray J remaining silent diminishes. Already there are calls for him to address the situation head-on. Fans of Cassie demand transparency, while critics of Diddy see Ray J as a potential key witness with inside knowledge. Even conspiracy-driven corners of the internet have begun weaving elaborate theories about his supposed knowledge of secret recordings, hidden deals, and coded messages passed between celebrities. Whether any of these theories hold water remains to be seen. What is clear, however, is that Ray J's connection to Cassie and Diddy has placed him in the center of one of the biggest stories in entertainment lore today, and whether he likes it or not, the world is watching. The road ahead. As the legal proceedings continue, the focus will likely shift toward uncovering additional witnesses, corroborating testimonies, and identifying any patterns of behavior that may indicate a broader pattern of misconduct. If prosecutors can prove that Diddy orchestrated a system of abuse and exploitation over an extended period, the ripple effects will extend far beyond the courtroom. For Ray J, the path forward is uncertain. He may choose to stay silent, hoping that his name fades from the headlines as the trial unfolds. Alternatively, he may feel compelled to step forward, either to defend himself, offer insight, or align with those seeking justice. Regardless of his decision, one thing is certain: the fallout from Diddy's trial will reshape the landscape of the entertainment industry for years to come. And for those like Ray J, who found themselves on the periphery of a scandal, the reckoning has already begun.